All right, episode number 9, Miguel Lepage.
What's up?
Dude, thanks for coming to do the podcast, buddy. Miguel is down with us from Canada.
Andrea?
Yep, Andrea. He's having a bit of a rough morning because Canada just lost to the USA in hockey in the Olympics. We took gold again. Sorry. Had to just take that moment for, dude. I can't be proud of my country, dude.
Yeah, congrats. You guys are great. We got great players as well, but
you guys are great.
It's like brothers and sisters, Like Wayne Gretzky just said, he's like Canada and the US are like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, you guys are like a little brother.
Yeah, little brother.
That little brother.
I can take that.
Where are you from up in Canada, dude?
Montreal.
So are you born and raised in Canada?
Born and raised in a little town called Saint Hyacinthe. That's like 45 minutes out of Montreal.
Okay.
Started going to shows at like the age of 12, so Montreal was like the bigger city,
Oh, so that's how you started going into Montreal.
Exactly, and I fell in love with it, and it's like that's where most of the like things happen in Quebec now. It's like Montreal.
Okay.
So you got concerts, You got like Just for Laughs in the summer. That's like a huge comedy festival.
Okay.
There's like the Jazz Fest also, so it never stops.
So for those who don't know, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Miguel is the bass player for Scorching Tomb, which is an insane death metal band from Canada. They're absolutely fucking They put out a record last year, came out in October?
Yeah.
It's not self-titled, is it?
No, it's called Ossuary.
Ossuary?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it already, dude, it blew up, right? Yeah.
We'd expect that like people would listen to it, The production's like minty and like we're so proud of it, Yeah, it exceeded our expectations, to be honest. Like we knew we had something, but like to get to like to where it is right now, like it just passed our expectations, to be honest. So thanks for listening.
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking sick record, dude.
Thank you.
So good. So Miguel wears many hats. He's in a death metal band.
Yep.
Are you still in Sudden Waves?
I am. Yeah.
Still, and you play guitar in Sudden Waves, don't you?
I play bass.
You still play bass in Sudden Waves?
in both bands.
Okay, guy. Miguel does play guitar as well too.
I do.
And you're a fucking ripping tattooer, dude. You're a fucking tatter, bro. You're fucking good.
Well, thanks, bro.
That's what Miguel's doing down here right now. He came down to do some tatting with us. I always say that about you. Miguel doesn't stop. Miguel's a grinder. You don't. I never see you stop. You're always doing something.
I try to, like I'm the kind of guy that's like, it's like always going 110%, like 110 miles an hour in my head, and I can't stop. And either if it's not like music, it's tattooing, and like through tattooing, I like to do little projects here and there with some friends, I remember back in the day we did a collab tattoos together.
Yeah. Yep.
And
we did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So stuff like that, keeps me grounded, and also I just love traveling, I
travel a lot.
I have to hang out with people that other than Montreal.
Yeah.
I have to hang out with people like in Europe.
Dude, what's wrong with Montreal?
I mean, like
what's wrong with Montreal?
I think there's more to everything. So
I got you.
Yeah, like traveling just makes everything, like you just go back home and it makes appreciate you home even more. Yeah. And then it makes you also learn stuff, that you can bring back home and like show the people you love and all that.
So when you started going over into Montreal, you say you were 12 when you started going to shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Do you remember your first show?
It was my big it was Vans Warped Tour.
Oh, it was Vans?
Yeah.
Oh, Vans Warped Tour, dude.
Vans Warped, and it's coming back this year.
It is. Who'd you go to see?
I think it was like Blink.
Is that who you were wanting to go see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blink? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dude. So when you were in your earlier years, were you listening to like pop punk, or were you did you what? Because you went to the extreme, like you play death metal now,
right?
Like it doesn't get any more extreme than that. So, what got you there? Like if you were 12 going to Blink shows, how did you end up playing death metal? Like what was did you have like a gateway band that was like the first time you heard death metal, you were like, oh my God, this is it?
I think it all started in like high school.
Yeah.
I had a friend that used to play guitar, and like he was pretty good at it, and I was just so in awe of all his talent, you know. So he really liked Blink-182, and I just fell in love with the record, Enema of the State.
Yep.
And then I think it all like snowballed from there, you know, like it all fell from there. So yeah, because on TV, you know, there's like music channels in Canada, like Much Music, which was like your guys' like MTV.
Okay.
And then the first heavy band that I fell in love with was Alexis on Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Because I heard Pulmonary Artery.
Okay.
And that's like their like first big hit, I guess, that got on TV.
Yeah.
And when I saw the music video, it's them playing in a house and they just fucking throw down, you know, like they just go at it. They just throw the guitar. The guy's like screaming. I was like, what is this? You know, like I have to hear more.
Yeah.
And then through that, knew about like bands like Thrice.
Yep.
Thursday.
I forgot about Thursday.
Yeah, like the more like emo kind of like bands, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's how like the heavy music started, you know? And then through that, had some friends that were listening to heavier stuff that I was like, yeah, that's the way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And then up to like death metal bands like Cannibal Corpse and Dying Fetus, Obituary.
Yeah.
And growing up, you know, you kind of like, when you're younger, you go and you're like, oh, this is what I listen to, you know?
Yeah.
But now I try to like listen to everything and see what's the best in everything.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I can listen to a pop punk record.
Yes.
And be like, man, this slaps.
Yeah, we talk about that stuff all the time. We talked about the A Day to Remember record came out last year, Big Ass Album Volume 1.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then we'll turn on stuff that's like the heaviest heavy. Like whenever we're hanging out, we listen to all kinds of stuff. Like your music taste is vast.
It's vast. And I think you can write and you can bring that to your music through like everything that you've heard before.
Yeah. Because you're in two very different bands. Like Sudden Waves is very different from Scorching Tomb.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's we have like pop punk vibes, and then we'll throw a breakdown here and there.
Yeah, it's like heavy pop punk.
Yeah, and then a little technical, you know, like we like Counterparts a lot.
Dude, shout out Counterparts, dude.
Canadian band also.
Are they from Canada?
Yeah,
really?
They're from Hamilton,
dude. They're
Ontario.
so fucking good. Counterparts is epic.
Yeah, I'm friends with Jesse and like the guitar player.
Okay,
and he always like puts like instrument, like he always puts like guitar videos, you know, and like riffs and stuff.
Okay,
he's just insane.
I couldn't believe that Whispers of Your Death was about his cat.
Yeah. Dude, every time I hear this song, I think about my cats, and I'm about to shed a tear. To be honest,
yeah, because when you hear it, when you first hear that song, it sounds like an "I Miss You" breakup like song. Like you know what I mean? It's very heartfelt. Yeah. When you first hear it, if you have no idea, you would be like, you would probably send that to like somebody that you were like thinking of. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you find out that it's about his cat.
This is even more powerful. You know, like
it means so much more now.
Cats can rule the world.
Yeah. Dude, that's sick. Yeah, I could see the Counterpart influence on Sudden Waves. Yeah, yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, we try to like make our own sound through all our influences, you know, like everybody, I guess, but
you've kind of swam in and out of like multiple different bands that are like different kinds of heavy, because you were in Obey the Brave as well.
I was for like 5 years, 5-6 years. I did the first 2 records. I did Youngblood and Salvation.
Yeah, I have you saved in my, because that's when I met you. I have you saved in my phone as Miguel Obey the Brave. That's when I met you.
And now it's
still Miguel Obey the Brave.
Yeah.
So you had lots of influences and you went to lots of different styles, lots of different bands. What was your first instrument?
My first instrument was the drums, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You can play drums too?
I can, a little bit. Can you really? You know? I can air drum.
That's wild.
I air drum a lot. But then I get behind the kit and I'm like, fuck, this is hard.
This is way harder than I thought it was.
Yeah, just like holding the way you hold sticks, you know, you're like I'll film myself playing a riff, you know, and then I'll be like, man, I look like an asshole. You know, like I can't fucking even like take the sticks, you know, like
that's funny.
So I started playing drums. I was like 15 maybe.
Okay.
And then my mom wasn't a fan of it because I was in the basement, right?
Oh man.
So every day it was like, all right, you can play from like 6 to 7.
Yeah.
But man, like 7 would ring and like she'd be downstairs. She'd be like, all right, that's it. That's it. And then when I told her about my friend playing guitar, she was like, would you want a guitar instead of drums? And I was like, I guess, like if I can play longer on it, I'll do it. So they got me my first electric guitar.
Sick.
And that I was like, I was probably like 16.
Did you like that more?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's so much easier. Well, not in terms. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's easier in terms of like space for sure, as like the space that it takes up in the house. But it's also so much easier to just like, I don't know, kick back against the wall on your bed and just like noodle around on the guitar and just play a little bit. It's so much easier than like having to go downstairs and get on the drums and fucking play the whole time. It's like you can just like lean back and just kind of mess around whenever you're like just chilling or, whatever, just riff around. It's so much easier. It's an easier instrument to just like, be with, as opposed to the drums. What kind of guitar was it?
It was an Epiphone special edition, like the like low what do you call that? Low level of like Epiphones, I think it was like a $200 guitar, bro.
I still play low level guitars. Those are the guitars that I like.
But man, like it did play good. Like sometimes like a cheap guitar would just play good and you don't know why.
The cheap guitars are my favorite guitars. Like you saw the Kiesel that I'm selling.
Yeah.
That's the specs on that build, because it's a custom build. The specs on that build, if you go put the specs in now, it's even more expensive now than it was whenever it was built first, when it was first built. Now it's like $3,000 for that guitar. Yeah. It's like just right at, it's like $2,900.
Everything went up.
Yeah. It's like $2,900 for the specs for that guitar.
Oh, sure.
And I'm selling it for $2,000.
Okay.
And my favorite guitar that I play is that green LTD that you saw me play. It looks like the EC1000, but it's not. I can't remember what it's called. Just some letters and numbers, whatever. But it's a cheaper fucking LTD. I was like, I love the way this guitar feels. Cheap guitars. Like, I love cheap guitars.
Yeah, sometimes it just fit, like, and you'll give it to your friend and you'll be like, I don't know, like, I don't like it. But then it, like, a guitar has to be your own, It's like, it just fits with you. Like, even like me playing sometimes, like if the strings are like at a certain like height between like the neck, like I can't play the shit, it has to be like, it has to be smooth, and they're all different, like, all different aspects.
Yeah, that's like my buddy Nick that sets everything up. Shout out Nick Bishop's Guitar Garage here in Sonoya. That's such a genius idea because he just posted it on Facebook one day. His name is Nick Bishop. And he just like, what he'll do is any guitar work that you need, guitar, bass, classical guitars, like whatever, right? If you need setup, intonation, whatever you need, that's what he does. It's like taking it to a guitar tech.
It comes back like brand new.
Yeah. And he does it at his house. He just posted on Facebook. He was like, hey guys, like, I'm basically a guitar tech. I'm looking for some clients. Like, he's like, this thing, that I'm doing, if you have guitars that you want set up, hit me up. I was like, perfect. I was like, I have fucking like 9, like here, fucking, like, yeah, dude.
I'll keep you busy this year,
dude.
Like,
because like, this from playing guitar and stuff like that, dude, setting up a guitar is like adjusting the neck and like, re-intonating everything and making all like, and he's even more precise than that. Like, to me, I'm just like, I go by like, I think it's 1154, the purple pack of Ernie Ball Slinkies. That's what I like to play.
Yep.
So I'll just go by those. I'm like, these, like, I like the way these feel, right? I like the way they sound. I've used them forever. And I had a guitar and he was like, hey, these are the wrong gauge strings for this guitar because of the so-and-so and the so-and-so. He's like, you need this gauge. He was like, do you care if I get them? And I was like, that's a thing. I've just been buying that fucking pack because I like it. I had no idea that it was the wrong strings for the guitar, spec wise.
Was your guitar a baritone?
Yeah.
It was too?
Yeah, it was a baritone. Yeah, it was the Jericho that I have, like the Explorer Jericho.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that one. And he was like, yeah, you need like a different kind of string or whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. And he did, and he was right. Like, it plays better. I was like, wow. I was like, I've been playing the fucking wrong strings this whole time. Yeah, dude, it can be as simple as that. But like, when he dropped off the LTD the other day, he knows how I like my guitars. I like my strings almost touching the fretboard. I like my action very low.
Same.
He brought it in and he was like, there's a little bit of fret buzz. And I was like, perfect. I was like, yeah. Give me a cheap guitar with fret buzz and 2 tons of distortion, and I will fucking melt your face off.
You'll feel it in your tone too, you know? Like you'll have that grit.
You started going to shows real early. Went to Warped Tour, started getting into it. What was your first band?
Band, like real band, I guess, was Blind Witness.
Why do I know that?
Blind Witness?
Were you guys pretty well known?
We were signed to Media Scare from, they're based out of LA, and Ghost Inside was on it. Suffocate was on it.
I think I know that band. You were in Blind Witness too?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Shit, dude. Okay. Yeah. All right. I fuck, as soon as you said it, I was like, I know that band. Like, I've listened to that band before.
Yeah, straight metalcore, like deathcore.
Yeah.
Like we did tour the States a bunch.
Okay.
We did a tour with As Blood Runs Black back then.
Oh, Howard?
Yeah. I think it was like 2010, 28 or something.
I definitely know that band. You've been in so many bands. You good bands. Like, you're always in like a good band.
Well, I'm just lucky to be like to have like good musicians around me, you know, like friends that are good at what they do, you know. So but I wouldn't see myself playing with like some, like if I was just playing, I guess I'm playing for fun, you know, but like if I was just like doing like a dad band, you know, like then I wouldn't really care, you know. But like if you want to play shows outside of your hometown,
and you have to take it serious.
Yeah, there's like a certain level that it also like, you know, like a stature you want to keep, and like it's for like, and you want to be on the same level as your friends.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I guess I just got lucky from the get-go, because like the first time I saw Blind Witness, because I saw them first.
Oh, okay.
And then they were playing a show in Montreal in this attic, like super small space. And then after because they were all head banging at the same time.
Oh,
The singer had like long hair, and they kind of look like As Ali Dying, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, this band is fucking sick. And then
I miss metalcore. I'm going to make that a shirt. I miss metalcore. Like, fucking, I want it back.
I'm sure that exists.
There's still a few bands kind of holding it down a little bit, but it's not what it was.
What band? Like, they're all still going, though.
Yeah, but it's
like
just,
August Burns Red.
Yeah, there is one Japanese metalcore band. I can't think of the name of them right now. But they still do the whole, like, you know how like Asking Alexandria would have like choreographed moves on stage, and Attack would have like the crabcore stuff, and like they're still doing.
Blind Witness kind of used to be like that.
That's sick.
Because my first show, I remember, you know, like I was we played and we were all head banging, and then at the end of the show, the singer came up to me and he's like, "You got to head bang on the snare. That's what you got to do." Because I saw you the whole show, and you were off. You got to be on the snare. We're always on snares.
Okay.
And like he looked at me like, you got to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So from that day, I was like, that's the cue.
On the
you
snare.
know? On the snare.
Yeah. You were off, and he was like, no.
I was going like, I don't know. Like,
you were up on the snare.
Yeah,
Everybody's going down. You're going
not
up.
Not knowing really, you know? Like,
I'm new.
But then after, I was like, yes, Sergeant.
So how did that end up getting into, how'd you get into tattooing? Did you get into like metal first and get around punk kids who were doing it or something like that? Or
yeah, it was more like actually with Blind Witness. Like we were getting tattooed by this shop in our hometown.
Okay.
I was drawing like merch for the band and like doing more like art stuff on the side.
Sure.
And I guess like our tattoo artist that was tattooing the band was like saw a drawing that I did, and he was like, "Have you ever thought about tattooing?" And that was like my main goal was to just play music, you know, and like focus on the band and everything. But I needed like something to do, and like I was trying to like keep my jobs in between tours and stuff. And like you're working in a restaurant for like a couple months, and then after you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be out for like 3 weeks, and like no one wanted to keep me, you know, because it's like, oh, we want someone steady.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess like the artist in our hometown like saw the drawings and was like, yeah, like you got talent, you know. Have you ever thought about like throwing a machine and like doing a tattoo? And I was like, like I can maybe I can get into that, you know. Like I'll check it out. And I think a week later, I had like a friend post on social media like, I'm selling my tattoo kit, and that was like 18 years ago, you know. So I was like, you rarely came across that.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, that's a sign. I need to buy this shit. I went up to my parents and I was like, I have this friend that's selling tattoo gear. Like, I have to get it. Can you lend me the money to buy it? I'll pay you back. I promise. And they were like, they they waited a day or two, and then they were like, "Yeah, all right, we'll lend you the money."
How old were you?
I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, like probably 19, 20.
Okay.
And so it all started there.
Yeah.
And then I started tattooing friends.
At
Like
your-
my first tattoo is on Eric, the drummer from Suffocation,
Oh, really?
because he used to be in Blind Witness. So he got the Slipknot logo on his calf.
Sick. Wait, the first tattoo you did was a Slipknot logo?
It was.
I'm so fucking
It
jealous
was
right now.
the S with the
oh
tribal.
my God.
Yeah.
That's so sick, dude.
Like you could recognize it at the end, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But oh boy.
But yeah, I'm sure it was just fantastic.
It was in Sudbury, Canada, on a kitchen table at some like after show like party we were like staying at.
The kitchen table.
And like Eric was like, like I always wanted that. Do it on my calf.
Did you just draw it on?
I did
how'd
like
you get
the
it on there?
stencil with the deodorant.
Yeah, with the speed stick?
Yeah, and like traced it on like the stencil sheet
yeah.
and then threw it on with the deodorant.
Yeah.
And then I started, and there was like, I don't know, 20 people there.
Uh-huh.
So there was fucking noise around, and like I couldn't, you know, like with the stress of your first tattoo, you know, my hand was so wobbly, bro. Like it was like going like this.
Dude, that's gnarly that like you did your first tattoo in front of 20 people.
Dude,
Fuck,
pressure is on, man.
Oh my God.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
everybody there wanted a tattoo after.
Oh God.
Like that tattoo was so bad, but just having me being there,
Yeah.
like ready to go.
Yep.
And then that's when I knew I was like, all right, I think this is going to work. You know, like I think I'm going to have clients.
That's a sick first time story. You did a Slipknot logo in front of 20 people
Yeah.
at a party at a kitchen table. That's fucking rad. How did you go into the shop after that with that guy that was like asking you about like, you know, hey, you should tattoo? Did you do like a formal apprenticeship or anything like that? Or
No, not really.
No?
It was more like him showing me the ropes, you know, but because
Yeah.
I was always on tour,
Yeah.
he was like, I can't like have you in a booth and like
Right.
take all this space, you
I
know.
understand, yeah.
But I would get tattooed by him and like I would learn from him. He would show me like how to set up the machines and all that and like how to do like color mixing and like it really like got me started, you know. And then I guess I learned a lot by getting tattooed a lot after.
You're
'Cause
really tattooed.
I was like, I got really tattooed at a young age. I would say my early 20s. So, and I just made friends with all these artists, you know, and they would like just tell me the little tricks here and there. But back then was hard.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to have like a feedback or anything. But I was like always there getting tattooed and like hanging out with them. So I got a little bit of knowledge from that, I guess.
That's sick, dude. Like that you like kind of got your foot in the door that way.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your first shop?
It was called Tatouage Unique, which
Okay.
means like unique tattooing.
Unique tattoo, yeah.
Yeah, I was like lucky enough to like work with one artist, Max Jaudoin,
Okay.
and like he works in like outside of Montreal now, I think, but he still tattoos. But back then, it was like my first couple years tattooing, and he took me under his wing. He saw the potential, I guess, and got me a job right off the bat. I worked there for like 3 years. So I was like scrubbing tubes, doing all the walk-ins, bro. All the walk-ins.
So that was kind of your apprenticeship then, like getting into the. So that's the first real shop that you got into, and he had you scrubbing tubes and stuff, like your tubes or everyone's tubes.
Everyone's tubes.
So okay, so you were the apprentice.
Yeah, I was.
Good.
Like,
there you go. Yeah, you need that.
That was a price I had to pay. You know?
need that.
Like,
you need that. It's good.
But I was just so hyped.
Yeah.
I would take like a 45 minutes bus to be there all day, and like I like someone would come in and be like, "Can you do this license plate on me?" And I'm like, "Say no more," you know. Like and then like tribal and like pubic, like the pubic spot, you know, and like Polynesian tattoos and like cursive writing and like hibiscus flowers, bro.
Yeah,
so many of them.
Yeah,
so many of them.
They're still super popular. Nick was doing some yesterday.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, they're still. Yeah, those are still. People still fucking flowers are timeless.
Yeah,
I would say the rose tattoo is the most tattooed thing ever.
It is.
Fucking everybody puts roses in everything.
Yeah, that I would say that way more than a skull, I guess.
Oh,
just 'cause
for sure.
It fits both. Like,
I've done way more roses than skulls.
Yeah.
Way more. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you can like throw a bunch together too.
Yeah, and you can put them in everything.
Like it's harder to be like
when in doubt, rose it out, right?
You want like 7 skulls, you know, like or you want 7 roses, and like it comes across better, you know.
A little bit. Who were your early influences in tattooing?
Uncle Alan, I would say.
Oh, okay. All right. I know Uncle Alan.
He was in Denmark back then.
Yep.
Now he's in Berlin.
Uncle Alan's good. Yeah.
What's it? Joe Capobianco?
Joe Capobianco.
Yeah. But I guess like
cartoony stuff.
Honestly, bro, like I guess back in the day, like I didn't buy magazines, like tattoo magazines or anything like that. We had them at the shop.
Yeah.
But I didn't like stick to like 1, like 2 or 3, like people to look up to.
No. Yeah,
know?
no,
like,
I get that for sure. Like in the beginning, like because you started tattooing a couple years after me. Yeah. Back then, everything was so cloak and dagger. Nothing was easily accessible. And so I just kind of meant like a little bit later on. You know what I mean? Like what? All right. So I might have said earlier influences, but a little bit later on, whenever you got like when social media started getting bigger and you had access to more tattooers and you could see more people's work, who were some of your influences when you started coming into your own? Because you have a very unique style. I'm just curious, like who, like you were sort of pulling ideas from and like references from. And
I really like Timothy Oyer, Tim Lee I.
Okay.
Mark Nava.
I have a Tim Lee I book.
His Tiger book.
Tiger. It is the Tiger book. It's signed.
The best book.
Yeah. Les Collier, when he did the podcast, he brought me one signed by Tim Lee I.
Dude, there's all the tigers are in there.
Dude.
There's no more to do. He's done them all.
Every tiger is in that book. Yeah. You know how many times I drew a tiger? Every time. Like that's fucking.
That's one subject I could do every day of my whole life.
Tigers?
A tiger.
You like tigers?
I love cats.
Yeah, cats.
A panther, a tiger.
Dude, sick.
But like you can make them happy. You can make them like fierce.
Yeah.
Make them like attacking something.
Where'd your big bold trad style come from?
That's a good question, actually.
Because that's what your style is.
Yeah,
it's like it's not traditional, but it's like in there. You know what I mean? Like it's not like American trad. It's not Amtrad, but it's like it's definitely like has like traditional roots. Big bold solid lines, lots of black. You're not blending. You fucking pack black. Your color. Your fucking neck color, skin. Like
I love to saturate.
Yeah. But it's solid. It's all saturated. But I was just saying it's not blended.
Yeah. No.
Right. Yeah. Like that's what I was saying. So you do like your hard lines, your black, your color, skin, fucking done. You know what I mean? Like I love it. Dude.
I heard that.
I love it. Fucking skin whoopings, dude.
Skin whoopings
all day long. So you just kind of built your own thing then, and it just kind of went where it went.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I guess I really, really liked Uncle Alan when I started.
Okay.
So doing like reapers.
Yeah.
Like he did like deer heads. Mm-hmm. So he'd do like a rose with like a deer head coming out of it.
Yeah.
That was my thing, you know. I was like, man, that's sick. Like it's like just like the mix of both. That was like the first times I would see that, you know, do like a morph.
Yeah.
Like, and that wasn't even a morph. That was just like a deer head in a rose. But then later on, you see all these crazy shit, and you're like,
yeah,
all right, tattooing. Like people would let me do that, you know. And like the crazier you go, I guess. If you just do like stuff that's like you just do it on your own, you know, but like you just respect tattooing, you know, by like throwing like bigger lines or like do it saturating the right way or shading the right way, but just do it your way. Like it's a good tattoo.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
That's kind of what I do.
Okay.
So if the client wants like purple clouds,
I'm like purple. Here we go.
Some people would be like
purple clouds.
Some people would be like, those clouds have to be blue. Like I won't do purple clouds.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Like as long as it's like a good tattoo.
Yeah.
And it's like smooth. Like I'll do it. You know.
Fucking purple clouds. It is.
And then you never know. Sometimes you'll do like a combo. You'll do like a combo and like of like colors you didn't expect, and it's like the best tattoo.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, that happens. Those happy little accidents.
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot, actually. Like whenever I'm like pulling colors in, because I mess with a lot of like realism and illustrative stuff and things like that. And then whenever I'm pulling some other color, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like this exaggeration here. So I'll make it even more like green or blue or whatever, you know, pulling in those colors. How did we meet?
I think you messaged me on Instagram.
Did I?
Yeah, you were like, yo, you go hard, bro. Like, like bring your ass over here and do a tattoo with me.
That sounds like something
and
I was
like, man, you're like, I was just fucking speechless, bro. Like
Why?
you were like in my head, you are the best realism artist in America. And I was like, this guy is messaging me about doing a collab. I got to go and do it. And you were saying like, I never stop. And I like, that's what I did. I went and did it. You know?
Yeah, you were game. I remember that. You were like, fuck yeah. Like when? Set now? Like I was like, whoa. Yeah, you were game, dude. You booked the flight and came right the fuck down, dude. We set it up and you were there. It was awesome.
Stats.
Yeah, it was rad.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you and I was like, dude, Miguel's tattoos are so fucking good, dude. I was like, holy shit. I remember finding your work and I was like, no one tattoos like this. No one in tattooing tattoos like you. Like there's 0 people, none. You are a one of one.
Oh,
when I see your tattoos, like, cause I've talked about this before, there's like this thing, right? That tattooers have, some tattooers, and when they tattoo, you know their tattoo when you see it.
That's it.
Right. You have that, but you are also, like I said, a one of one. Like there are other tattooers that I know that like, I'll give you an example, Timmy B.
Yep.
Right. But there are lots of people who tattoo like Timmy B.
Yeah.
Very similar, right? I've seen a couple where I was like, Timmy do that? And I have to double check. When I see your tattoos, I'm like, Miguel did that. 0 other people in the world did that. Like fucking Miguel Lepage did that fucking tattoo. Like,
I'm glad it goes that way, you know, because I think that's the way to go now in 2026, you know, like you got to take like I said earlier, like you got to take your knowledge, what you learn from the past and like bring it to somewhere that you should be doing your own thing, you know, because like nowadays it's like you're saying, like sometimes like I'll see a ship, you know, and I'm like, I can't tell who's done it, you know, but if you just throw like
some purple clouds on there.
Or like some like wood patterns and like some like yellow highlights, some white highlights with a liner, you know, like then you get a Miguel tattoo, you know.
Yeah.
But
then you get a Miguel tattoo.
Yeah, I guess doing your own thing is the key to like keep going.
Yeah, I think authenticity is the way to like sort of carve out your name or your reputation in tattooing now. Like you have to be authentic and you have to do something that's different.
Yeah.
Because there are so many tattooers. You're in a sea of tattooers, dude. It's crazy.
More than ever.
More, and actually, I was about saying it's not stopping, but actually, like I've been seeing people quitting left and right. Like I feel like the bubble finally popped.
What's that thing you told me about earlier? I think last time I saw you was like you had this guy that would see videos of tattooers selling their gear, quitting tattooing, and he'd be like,
yeah,
what you got for sale?"
Yeah,
like, I'll take it.
Nick spotted this. So I talked about this on one of the other podcasts. So what happens is all the people that are quitting right now on all the quitting posts, Nick was like, "You ever read the comments?" I was like, "No." And he was like, dude, you can always tell who the vets are in the comments. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, because people in the comments are like, no, don't quit. You're so good. And just stick it out. And, you know, kind of. And then the vets are in the comments. They're like, yo, how much you selling that machine for? Like, they're like getting all this shit for cheap right now, dude. They're buying a bunch of extra equipment for no reason. Just because they're gear whores, you know. So
you got a power supply?
Yeah, dude. They're like, yo, how much you selling that for?
I saw a power supply in like the video you posted last week. Is that for sale?
Absolutely zero sympathy. There's no, oh, please stay. They're just like, yo, how much you selling? How much you selling this for? You know. So yeah, it's pretty funny, but yeah, I think the bubble finally popped, and I think there's going to be a bit of a resurgence eventually. But I just think that like all the dead weeds need to fucking die, or all the bad weeds need to die, whatever, however you'd like to say it. But The dead weeds need to get picked. I think all the fucking bad tattooers need to get the fuck out.
You said it.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah. You know, I've been fighting with this a lot lately, actually, with kind of accepting the way that tattooing has gone.
Yeah.
I think that I've been trying to fight it for a long time. You know, and you know me, like I'm like very like anti fucking tattoo TV show.
Yeah.
I'm anti sponsorship. I'm fucking, you know, I don't think that it's good for the tattooers. I think that all the supply companies just take advantage of tattooers. I mean, they don't pay them, and no one gets paid in tattooing. You get free supplies, or you get like discounted supplies, or like whatever, to be a part of whoever's fucking wolf pack or whatever the fuck they're calling it. And I think it's short-sighted because, I mean, you know, if you're going to have tattooers endorse your product exclusively and mention you in all the interviews and put promotional posts out for you and rock your fucking brand at every tattoo convention and only use your products ever and say that you're the fucking best and all this other stuff, it's like, then you need to pay for that.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're coming to tattooers like me. It's like, I'm not some fucking low-level tattooer, dude.
I mean, that's what big brands do. You know?
It's
they
like,
pay athletes. Like,
like I was like, LeBron doesn't get paid in fucking t-shirts and fucking, you know, and, you know, 70% or 30% off Nikes, you know what I mean? Or like whatever, right?
Send you like fucking 10 pair of shoes.
Eat a dick. Like, no, I'm not doing it, you know? So it's just not worth it. So, but then you look at things like, skateboarding. Well, let's just go there, right? Even with skateboarding, dude, like there's 16-year-olds fucking just like cashing checks from these fucking brands, dude, you know, who are endorsed by like, you know, Vans or whatever skateboard brands are out there. But I know that they start young with those guys, you know what I mean? They get fucking paid, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone gets paid everywhere except for in tattooing. Fucking.
Hopefully that changes one day, but
I tried to put a pro team together, like a real pro team.
Yeah.
With Salvation, which is a glide that I use. They're out of Austin, Texas, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jay is still doing like hand badges. I think he still hand delivers some stuff down there. Like it's not like a huge company or anything like that, but it is growing. He makes the best glide I've ever used. It's fantastic. I love it. And we were tossing around the idea of putting together like a real pro team where we actually get paid every month. We get a check for endorsing that product. And then, but we have obligations to the brand as well. So when he does shows, we have to do X amount of shows a year. We were going to do a small pro team, 4. That's it. We were all going to get paid X amount of shows a year, which was like 3 shows a year minimum. So I had to do 3 shows a year, and then you had to go to those shows and you had to fucking bang. You had to go compete. You had to make the brand look good. And if you were there and you were competing and you won like, you know, best small color, or large black and gray, or like whatever, if you won something, you got a bonus. If you won tattoo of the day, you got a bigger bonus. If you won tattoo of the show, you got an even bigger bonus. And all of that came from Salvation, right? Actually getting paid to compete, paid to represent the brand, and paid to like X amount of promotional posts a month. Like, you know, so we had everything kind of written out, and I was putting together a pro team. He almost was able to swing it, and then a few things came up, and then it was like, didn't quite end up happening. We just sort of like, it just sort of fizzled out, you know, no bad blood or anything like that. It was just an idea that we were messing with, but it didn't quite come to fruition. But, I tried to make something happen to, you know, because my mindset was, if I can make this happen and we go to shows and word gets around, like, yo, who is Salvation? Cause like the crew that I put together was fucking good. Okay. It was Aaron Peters for black and gray. It was going to be Sean Duffy for like this sort of like neo-trad style, right? Nick Willie for traditional.
Okay.
And then me for realism, and then mixed style, obviously. So that was going to be the 4, and we were all going to, but like, that's a fucking murderer's row of tattooers, right? For just to be pound for pound tattooers on a pro team, right? And it was just going to be us 4. And the thought process was, if we show up at a show and we're all like, I mean, because me, Aaron, and Sean have like, Nick's never like gone and really competed at a show, I don't think. But me, Aaron, and Sean have a lot. We've won a lot. And so we were like, I was like,
I love the way you say a lot.
It was like, okay, so here, let me write this down. But the idea was to go do shows, make the brand look good, and get paid, you know? And then hopefully while we were there, people who were also in like, you know, some other Glide company's booth would be like, they're getting paid.
Dude, it would help out so many people too, you know?
And then like, you know, you win, you know, tattoo of the show or something, like they got how much for a bonus?
Mm-hmm.
They got a $2,000 bonus. I made it to where if you were a shop owner on the pro team, your shop got stocked. If you were shop owners on the pro team, your shop got stocked. You stayed stocked with product for free.
Oh shit.
Right. That was in there. Right. And then if you were just on the pro team and you didn't own a shop, you just got free product.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we were going to do was we were going to build essentially like a salvation team, right? Where if you were on, there was like the pro team, and then there was like, we were going to call it something else. We didn't quite whittle out what it was going to be, but essentially it was going to be the deal that you get from all of the other brands. Like you don't get paid, but you can get a discount, or you can get X amount of free product a month or whatever, right? And then those people were going to be the people who were waiting in line for when we decided to bring on a 5th pro team artist. We would pick from our roster and bring one on. We can afford to bring one more pro team artist on now. Okay, let's pick from the roster that we have, and we'll bring one more on. And then we would just have everybody just representing Salvation. We're the pro team, and then the JV or whatever, right? And then, you know, whenever we could afford to bring a 6th one on, we would pick from our roster again, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or if somebody dropped off the pro team, we would bring someone else on, right? So we would always have like a roster of our own. Right. Like that. Like we were going to, I was writing it all out and getting it all done. And, but we just didn't end up being able to make it happen. Things just kind of fizzled out. So, but I was actually trying to change things.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Instead of just fucking, you know, but it would take somebody to step up and pay, you know, and Jay was willing to do that, you know, but it just ended up not being able to make it happen at that time. Maybe it's something I could revisit again, you know, if I talk to him, but yeah, I was trying to make something happen, you know. But
that would have been great.
I think it would have been cool, you know, bring you on.
Dude, first guy from Canada.
Yeah, dude. First Canadian.
Yeah, that would have been sick. But I think it's good that like you kind of like give back to artists too, you know, and that would like pump people to like do sick tats and just like,
oh, for sure,
send it to you guys and like,
yeah, you can't be on that. Yeah, you weren't going to be able to be on that pro team if you weren't good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess there's no pro teams that like pay like that, right?
No.
None. You just get like paid in like supplies and
none.
stuff,
And then
right?
also, yeah, and then also on top of that, like if you go look at the pro team for a lot of these companies,
yeah,
because there's a lot of people on the pro team. Dude, there's people on there that fucking suck. I'm like, I don't want my name next to them. Like, fucking.
Yeah, that's why I don't go and try to like look at that too much. You know, sometimes there's yeah, you got to ask yourself questions. You know, you're like, you're like, what is this guy doing there? But at the same time, I'm like not here to compete like that. I just do my own thing, you know, and like
I know
if I happen to like
fall into something,
be part of your pro team, let's say, you know, like
that would be sick, man.
It's just because it's meant to be, but yeah,
I would like to do that, but you got to have a product first, you know. You got to have something to put out there first, and I don't have one. Jay did, and we were willing to, you know, kind of pull it together. I told him I would spearhead everything and do everything else. I would manage the pro team, and you know, he didn't have to do anything on that side other than write fucking checks. But like, you know, like I said, like I was first chair, dude. Like I'll keep everybody in line on the pro team. You know what I mean? But
sounds like a lot of time though.
It's okay. I was cool with it for, you know, that is something I can get behind. Yeah. Because it was going to change things. And that's what ideally what I wanted to do. It's a different time, different people now. It's just not the same. And I'm not harping on that as like the old guy being like, it's not like it was. And I hate that. I used to be that guy, but like I said, recently I've just kind of been, you know, looking, like being reflective about the situation. Yeah. Basically, I've just kind of come to the conclusion that it's different now. And you can't be mad about it. This is a different era. Do you think that
like tattoo shows are a little bit like you can blame tattoo shows a little bit for like that?
Yeah.
For like
big time.
Like,
yes.
Because like tattooing used to be this like super like secret thing where like you'd be hyped up because it's like,
well, they glamorize it too.
Yeah.
They glamorize it too. And then the wrong people get their hands in tattooing, which that's the part that's sacrilege to me. right? Because the tattooers own tattooing. We've talked about this before. In every part of it, like the history, we own all of it. We own all the acetate stencils. We own all the old machines, all the old watercolor pages. Like we own every piece of everything that every tattooer before us owned.
All of history.
It's past. We have it all. You can't find it anywhere else.
No, that's right.
Right. Yeah. So because we own it, right, and because it's and you have to ask, like, why do we own it? Because no one else cared about it. I'll give you an example. Okay. I believe it was Percy Waters, who was a old tattooer in Anniston, Alabama, but very well known tattooer. Percy Waters, when he died, it was I used to work with this guy down in Warner Robins. It was him and a buddy of his. They hunted down Percy Waters' grandson, I believe it was. And they just reached out and they were like, hey man, like we'd love to have lunch with you and talk to you about Percy Waters, if that's okay, you know, kind of thing. And he was like, yeah, for sure. You know? So they sit down, they're having lunch and they're talking and, you know, they had a good time. They got a lot of info on Percy and stuff like that. And he was like, dude, I don't want to, you know, push anything or I don't want to be disrespectful or anything. But, you know, he was like, do you have anything of Percy's that you guys might sell? You know, because in tattooing, we love having things from like the tattooers who came before us. And he was just like, oh man, he was like, I wish you guys would have hit us up a few weeks ago. We found a bunch of old stuff in the attic that we just threw away.
They just threw that away.
That's what I'm saying. No one cares except for the tattooers.
Yeah.
That's why it's important.
Yeah. I'm sure there's so much history that's lost through translation like that.
Like, see what you just said? You were like, I can't believe they threw it away, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're the only ones. No one else gives a fuck.
My mom would have been like,
yeah.
You know?
No one else cares. And so when you have things like TV shows,
yeah,
like Paramount and Ink Master, right? When you have stuff like that, dude, they're raking in money off that show. They're raking in money off the back of tattooing. It's because
they got all these like superstars to be on it too, you know?
No, they're making them superstars.
I mean, the judges and all that, you know, like.
No, none of them were superstars except for fucking Chris Nunez because he was on Miami Ink. No one, we knew Oliver Peck because he was a tattooer.
Wasn't Dave Navarro on that too, or?
He's not a tattooer.
I know, but he was like a judge.
He was he was in what, Jane's Addiction? Who gives a fuck? Like,
yeah, but he used to like judge
sucks.
some like tattoo show or something.
Yeah, on Ink Master.
On Ink Master,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like right, so like Paramount and that production and Ink Master, they're raking in money off the back of tattooing. They had no hand in building tattooing.
I know.
Right. That's the problem that I have with it. And that's the problem that I have with the tattooers who go on it. Well, the artists who go on it. I won't call them tattooers, but the artists who go on there because they don't care about tattooing. That's about them. That's about them and their ego.
Yeah.
They don't fucking, zero tattooers in the history of tattooing have ever run out of clients. They didn't need the fucking extra clients. Bullshit. You know what I mean? They went on there for their ego. Right. And that's why I don't like it. Because it has nothing to do with tattooing. They're just taking from it. They're not giving anything back. You might be able to make the argument that like maybe some kid saw it and was like, ooh, that's interesting. I want a tattoo. Yeah. Right. That might be the only plus. But besides that, I think it's all negative. I think it's all a con. Like there are no pros other than that.
Yeah. And
I don't think it's a good thing.
Is it more popular than ever right now? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there's like stuff on Netflix now.
I think it's kind of died out because this last season that they did was like, no one cared. Yeah. I heard zero people talking about it. You know, I haven't watched it since like season 1. Like I was like, this is stupid.
I've never watched a single episode.
Good for you.
Anything.
Good for you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just like too ADHD to like just watch that, you know, like it's like, I'll be watching it, and after like 10 minutes, I'm like, no, this is boring. Like, and I got to do something else.
No, I used to kind of watch. Well, I mean, I did watch because it was the only thing that I had access to when I was younger was like Miami Ink and like LA Ink, because there was, you know, back when we started, there was nothing else. You had tattoo magazines. That was it. Like, so whenever those shows were on, it was the only access that I had to seeing anything tattoo related, because I was growing up in fucking rural Alabama. There were no tattoo shops there. So it was just fuck. I had nothing. I was blocked off from the world. So you had tattoo magazines, which were like still like adult rated, you know, they were beside like Playboys because you had like boobs in them and stuff or whatever, right? Yeah. So you couldn't ever fucking see
pictures in there.
Yeah, you couldn't see tattoo magazines. And I just had no access to anything. So I would watch them because it was the only thing I had, like, you know, and I couldn't get enough of it because I was I'm a tattooer, you know what I mean? Like from the womb, dude. From the womb to the tomb, dude. Fucking, I am a tatter. Like,
from the womb to the scorching tomb.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So, I would watch the TV shows back then, but it was like all I had, you know?
Yeah.
But like I said, I think the pro, if I had to find a silver lighting in the shows now, is that at least maybe it'll inspire somebody to come in. If anything, it's inspiring too many people because it glamorizes it. Mm-hmm. It's bringing in a lot of artists is what it's doing more than like people who are genuinely interested in tattooing. I see an influx of like artists coming in, not people who are genuinely interested in tattooing.
They just don't realize how hard it is.
That too, but the initial what they see when they see tattooing is they go, "Oh, look, I can make money doing my art that way," because selling art is hard. It's really fucking hard, and there's a lot of fucking artists.
Yeah.
So it's real hard to make money at art. They see tattooing and they go, "I can make money doing my art that way." It's like what you said. It's like it's a lot harder than you think to do it this way too. Because your first few years, you're doing like what you were talking about, the fucking license plates and the script and the, you know, all that stuff.
My favorite.
Yeah. You're not doing a lot of, you're not doing your art. You know, how long did it take you to do your art?
Eight. Well, I don't know. Like I'm at 18 years now, so it's different every day. So
yeah, but what I mean is, how long did it take you to get to the point where you were doing, like, people came to you for what you do?
Probably like when I've been tattooing for like 15 years mark point.
Do you guys hear that? 14 years till Miguel got to do what he wanted.
Yeah, nothing happens before that. You're just in a sea of people doing your thing, you know? But then, then that just sticks out, and you just try to like stick out the bunch, you know? And
yeah, it took me probably 10.
10? Mm-hmm. That's fast.
No, 10. Yeah, yeah. And I came up fast, you know?
Did you, at 10 years into tattooing, were you doing those like crossovers, like
the mixed style stuff?
Yeah, the mixed style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you just figured it out before everybody else.
That's yeah. And I've talked about this before, but my influence on that wasn't anything to do with tattooing. My influence for that came from, you know, growing up. When we grew up, there was a lot of like movies and TV shows that crossed over. They mixed cartoons with the real world.
Yeah.
That's where my influence came from. Movies like Page Master and Space Jam and you know,
Roger Rabbit.
Cool World, and all that stuff. That's where the influence came from. And this was just my version of that because I'm a tattooer. So this was just my version.
That's dope.
So Scorching Tomb, when are you guys going back out?
We have a show back home March 14th.
Are you guys touring on this album yet?
No, we haven't done like an actual tour for it, you know, but we're doing like we're talking to some bands and stuff. Like some stuff will happen this year. We have shows with Blind Witness and Get the Shot in May. Yeah, in Quebec, in Ontario. So that'll be fucking
that band
sick.
Fucking rules.
That's blowing sick. Up in Europe.
Are they?
Yeah.
They should take Scorching Tomb out for some of those Euro runs, dude.
Well, you know, like Quebec bands, the good thing is there's not that many metal bands. Or like we know each other, you know, like
sure.
And we're open. Like when there's a new band popping, like we're like, oh, what's this band? Like let's put them on our bill. Like with Scorching Tomb, let's say, you know, like we're friends with. There's like new bands like Primal Horde. There's like a band called Casino. There's Serpent Corpse, you know, and they're all great bands. But so when we can help them out, like we'll do it our way, you know. But like we know some bands. Like I'm friends with Alex from Despised Icon because
because
the singer. Because I used to be in Obey the Brave with him. So and he fucks with Scorching Tomb. So like friends being friends.
You
like,
guys should strike while the iron's hot because that record's fucking good, dude.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
I got a comment when I posted it in my story when I bought my Scorching Tomb shirt. That some dude hit me up. It was like, "That's my favorite album from last year." Out of everything that came out, he was like, "That's my favorite album." I bought a Scorching Tomb shirt. That shirt fucking rules, and it fits great. I love that shirt.
Yeah, everything we do, we sell out. So that's a good thing. Yeah, that's when we're onto something. So
let's talk about some of your clientele, dude. Because you tattoo like a few like celebrities.
I've tattooed a couple.
Who do you tattoo?
Man, like I've tattooed metal dudes. Like I tattooed Mitch Lucker from Suicide Silence.
You tattooed Mitch?
Yeah, I did his lower knuckles.
Dude, that's sick.
And that was like the last tour he's ever done. That was the All Stars tour through America.
Yeah.
And I think not even 2 months later
was when he died.
It happened, so
I was Mitch Lucker.
Yeah, I'm so lucky to like have spent, a few hours with him just chatting, getting to know him. And he was just really good to me and like the Obey the Brave back then. So yeah, so I tattooed him. I tattooed Frankie Palmieri from Emure, tattooed Franz and Attila. But the biggest celebrity I tattooed would say, I would say Sway Lee. I also tattooed Neil and Alex in A Day to Remember.
Yep, that's how I met Alex.
Amazing guys.
Yep.
I'm working on Alex's sleeve right now. So
shout out Alex.
Shout out Alex.
How'd you meet the A Day to Remember boys?
Through Instagram again.
Oh, did they hit you up?
Yeah, Neil was following me, and I was like, "Yo, like next time you're in Montreal, like get tattooed, like I'll hook it up." And then he's like, "Dude, that's funny you say that because I've been wanting work from you." So I think like 3 months after we like met each other and made it happen. Okay. And then since then, I've seen the guys like a bunch of times. So
nice. There you go. Yeah,
yeah. It's always been a good time with me.
It's funny the way that tattooing will like, because everybody loves the tattoo guy. That's something that I've come to love about my job. I've been able to meet a lot of people and form a lot of relationships through tattooing.
Yeah.
Is it the same way with you?
Yeah, it's like that like hidden stature. Well, how can I say? It's like, when I was with Sway Lee, let's say, like they'd always introduce us to other people and they're like, oh, it's his tattoo artist. And like, it's like, oh, shit,
That's what
right
I'm saying.
away. It's like, but if it's like, oh, like it's his friend from there, like people would be like, I don't give a shit, But just because I was the artist,
yep,
like, everyone was like, oh, it's Sway's artist, So
everybody wants to know the tattoo guy.
Everybody wants a piece of me,
There was a phrase. The name's escaping me, but he was like, tattooers are the only people that rock stars respect.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, meeting like celebrities and stuff. Like I don't want to like be a burden to them, So sometimes like I'll just do my thing, and like if they have time, like they hit me up, or like when I tattooed Sway Lee, it was funny because I was at his place, and then he would like get tattooed for a half hour, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I gotta like do some of this stuff or whatever," and I'm like, "All right." So I would just wait, I don't know, like 3 hours. And like play pool and like go outside, smoke some weed, and then like come back in, still not there, like on my phone, And then like 3 hours later, he's like just chilling beside me, and I'm like, "Yo, you ready to like finish this?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, oh right, you're there." Like, "Oh yeah, let's do it."
How do you
Sits
forget
down, like,
that you're getting a tattoo?
Like by getting like harassed by people here and there,
That's crazy.
Like he was like,
"No, I can't do it.
like
I can't."
It's always this like circle of people around him.
Could never be
So
me.
he had like stuff to do, and like sometimes I'd just be like tattooing him, and like he'd be like going to like do a show or something, and like come back and finish the tattoo, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, you got to go with the guy though, because
I'd rather not tattoo. If that's how I got to do it, I'd rather not even do it.
I mean, I got paid, so it's fine.
I know, but still, like that's just too much. That's annoying.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, like let's fucking like.
Well, listen, man. It was like February. I'm from Canada, so it was really cold back home.
Yeah.
This was my opportunity to go to like California,
Oh,
hang out, and like
all right. So, all right.
in the warm weather.
I got it.
You know, be hooked up.
I got
like,
it. That's worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that brought a little
this
more.
is the whole experience, you know.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't go there to just be like, man, I
That's what I was saying. I was like, dude, like that would suck. I was like, man, like I came here to do a fucking.
I did wait a long time.
Ain't no way, dude.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you made a lot of really good connections through tattooing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 37 years old, and like I can say I've already lived beyond my expectations, you know?
You do live a very, like I was talking about this the other day. We were talking about you. You do live a very sort of like rock star lifestyle. Not in terms of like doing blow and fucking, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that, you're not crazy like that. But what I mean is like you're constantly traveling.
Yeah.
You play in multiple bands who are touring and playing shows. So you're playing shows to people. You're like, and you're in good bands. So you're writing like rad music. You're playing good shows. You're having fun, right? You're traveling all the time, and you're constantly just like ripping tattoos wherever you go. And they're always good. You're always crushing it. You're always doing like rad fucking tattoos. You're doing the tattoos you want to do. You're making great connections, and you're always having a good time. Like you live like a rock star lifestyle. You have a great life.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah. I've never like put it that way, you know?
It's sick.
Because I've always been like doing my tats and I'm like, oh man, I can do better. You know, and like I'm playing music and I'm like, oh man, I could play like shows like to some more places, you know? I'm never fulfilled. I always have to like go and like reach the other level, you know? And it's hard. Sometimes it takes time, but yeah, never surrender to that.
I feel like that's kind of a curse of being a creative person.
Yeah, it is. Man, the best artists in the history were crazy people, bro. Michelangelo.
Yeah.
And like all these artists, man, like back then, like
a lot of them didn't get popular until they died.
Yeah. Or to just like hear about them having like psychosis and like killing people or like.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
We're out of our minds. I don't know. You want to start a band?
Yeah.
We're gonna start a band together. That was funny. Like whenever we were hanging out with Alex when he was here getting tattooed, when we were at the house, we were making the joke because that's something that we talk about all the time. Like it always comes up whenever you're around other people who play music all the time. It's like, oh, we're gonna start a band.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna work out eventually. I'm saying that. I know you don't believe me, you know, but like eventually in life there'll be a time where things will be synchronized and then we'll be able to do this.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
I might not be here, but like I'll send you riffs, you'll send me riffs, we'll make it happen.
You want to do it now?
Now?
Yeah, I'll send you some riffs.
I don't have time right now.
Fine, whatever. Fine.
But
what if you hate me? Just say that.
I don't.
God, Jesus.
I'm saying more like in the future, you know, because of like Scorching Tomb and tattooing and sudden waves and everything.
That's it. That's all you got on your plate.
That's enough.
You're not even touring.
Ask my girlfriend.
You're not even touring.
That's enough.
You're not even touring. yeah.
Ask my parents. Like,
ask my parents. Ask my mom,
tired.
dude.
You always look tired.
You do always look tired.
If I get,
you're a machine. You don't stop ever. Like I've never seen you like slow down.
Yeah, I'll sleep like 4 to like 8 hours a day, but I rarely do 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm usually about 6.
Yeah, I'll like go to bed and it's like spinning in my head a little bit. It's like spinning like good things, but it's like I got to do this, you know, and like I have like this project and like I try like picture myself in like the future, trying to like how do I start this and like if I get to this level, like what will I do to get to the second level, you know?
Need a team.
It gets pretty deep, but
need a team. Need some more people. Yeah, need some more people to help you.
Exactly, you know. If I had like but sometimes like I used to be like busy to the point where I was like I gotta hire someone to like do my bookings.
Yeah,
you know, and it happened at some point. Like he double booked at like one time, and like I had like a guy from Toronto showing up and like another guy from Montreal, and I was like, all right, dude, I'm sorry, but you're fired, you know, like. And he's like, oh shit, I didn't see I got like that you got that email. I'm so sorry. But it's like, I'd rather take care of my own shit now.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, but you're fired.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like this is enough. Like, guy drove 5 hours and
Yeah, that sucks. I've had people do that before where I've had two people show up from different places. I double booked myself. This happens like once every 5 years.
You know, it's kind of like at the factory when someone gets like killed or hurt.
Yeah.
Like the countdown like begins again.
Yeah.
That's how I see it with double booking.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, it's been like 9 months. That's not too bad, you know? But if I double book twice in 2 weeks, then I'm like, all right, that's bad. I got to get a grip, you know? Like,
yeah, I had 2 people show up from like, 2 different places. And I was like, who came the furthest? Because I only have time to do one tattoo.
That's how I go usually, you know?
Yeah. And then the other person that I had to turn away, I was like, listen, dude, I'm really sorry. Like I'm human too. This was an honest mistake. It was not on purpose, obviously.
Yeah.
And so what I try to do is I'm like, if you want to come back, like I'll do it for free.
Exactly.
I'll do it.
You take the plea, right? Like you take is that how you say it? Like you take the.
I think so. I don't use that phrase.
You take the hit, you know?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I take the hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah, well, I mean, they took a hit too. You know what I mean? They took time out and they took off work, or they booked a flight and a hotel, and
But I feel like if you're really genuine, and like you really like say it that way, like someone that really cares about you when you are,
I was
like
super fucking sorry.
Accept that trade,
Sure.
But,
yeah, man. I mean, that happens too. It's like I'm human too, man. I get sick. I have to cancel things sometimes. Because like clients will get mad at you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you have to cancel, it's a fucking problem,
Yeah.
God forbid I have something come up, but clients the other way, like, they'll cancel on us fucking at the drop of a hat. Like they're just like, oh yeah, it'd be the day of.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I didn't have a babysitter. You're like, what the fuck?
And then you can't be pissed off,
Yeah.
Because you're like,
well, sometimes you can't, but like, I mean, in that situation, I think if like, Sydney just had this happen the other day. Somebody canceled on her. Like it was like, or they just like didn't show up. She hit them up and they were like, oh yeah, I couldn't find a babysitter. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't say anything?
And like you knew this like way ahead, So like, why didn't you do it?
When that happens, it's time to fire the client,
Yeah.
Like, you're fired.
Yeah. So. I usually give chances.
I won't for stuff like that. That's just negligent. That's just you don't care.
Well, sometimes what I'll do is like if you miss an appointment, like you have to send me another deposit.
Yes.
And like if you show up, I might like take all that money you sent me, like the first and second, and like use it to your tattoo, like at the end of the session.
Deposit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like sometimes like the people won't send a second one, and then I'm like, all right, that's it. Like,
yeah.
That's how I kind of like.
Especially with you, you're always traveling. You're coming from out of town. Like you shouldn't book anything anywhere without a deposit, like a decent deposit.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kind of like classifies people. Also,
yes.
Like
it weeds out who wants to really get tattooed.
Dude, I have like people sometimes like those. I'm like, I get like a text from this guy, and I'm like, oh shit, I think I talked to this guy before, and then I looked in the history, and it goes up to like 4 years. But it's just 4 years of questions. 4 years of like just talking, just commenting on my shit. Like, how much would you charge for that? And like every time, like I would end up with like, oh, like I need a deposit, and it never goes through. So this guy's just been spamming my inbox for like 4 years. I respect if you just like the tattoo or comment on it and stuff, but like if you inquire and like you really seem like you're into it, you're gonna book, and then you always keep me on the edge, like that's bad, bro. Some people just like,
dude, some people
they just like to talk to you, to kind of like connect with you, But in the end of the day, at the end of the week, it just takes your energy.
They just want to talk to you. Everybody wants to talk to the tattooer about their tattoos. You know what I mean? It's like,
or some people are like, oh, we just look at this motherfucker, huh? He's got all that tattoo money, obviously. He's got
all that drug money.
Yeah, he's like... He knows the owners, like who's this guy,
Yeah, I had to deal with that because my shop is in like a small town. It's outside of Atlanta. It's like a suburb of Atlanta. So, and you've been to the shop. So, yeah, I had to deal with that whenever I opened, right? Because they didn't want tattoo shops here. Like, I live in a place where they don't even have pawn shops. They call it undesired, is what they refer to businesses like that. Pawn shops, tattoo shops, like they call it undesired. They don't have stuff like that.
Undesired.
Yeah, they don't have stuff like that here. And my landlord, I had to do some convincing. I had to jump through every fucking hoop that there was to get it to happen. And we finally made it happen, but he was like, you're not going to have like motorcycles out front and doing drugs. And I was like, it's not the fucking 80s, dude. Look, what do you mean? Like,
It's gotta have fireworks.
Yeah, dude. I was like, no. I was like, it's like my shop's like a studio vibe, but still reads tattoo shop. And then when I tried to rebrand to Sonoya Tattoo Club.
Was the guy asking you that in his like 60s or 70s?
Yeah, he's older. Yeah, yep. And then when I tried to rebrand to Sonoya Tattoo Club, they wouldn't let me because of the word tattoo. They didn't want it too big above the store. They thought it might bring the wrong crowd. And I was like, we live in like one of these safest cities in Georgia. Like I was like, who the fuck do you think's coming here?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? It's not like I just tattoo gangsters and fucking sailors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you have like everything to prove it to, that is like, it's actually quality work done in like a safe environment. So
yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah, and everybody that comes here, they feel safe. They love the shop. It's like a nice shop. They have a great experience. Everything's clean. We pass every health inspection with like I think the lowest we got was a 90 once, and that was just because like a date on an ink bottle or something like that.
Yeah,
something stupid or 2 ink bottles, like whatever. But something dumb like that. So yeah, it was like
I feel safer in a tattoo shop than a McDonald's, let's say.
Very much so.
And like McDonald's can open like right here, right on the corner, you know?
Yeah.
And then let's see what comes up with that, you know? Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of weird shit in a McDonald's.
100%, dude.
And yeah.
As a matter of fact, the McDonald's here is like that. It sucks. Like you go to McDonald's, there's like shady people there.
It's like jail.
It's like it's exactly like going to jail, actually.
You're checking your surroundings.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah. Like bathroom break. No.
Nope. But at the tattoo shop, like, yeah, here, dude, the cops come here and hang out. Yeah. Like the Sonoya PD.
Come here for your snacks.
They can have snacks. I don't care. But like they've come and hung out before, like till like fucking, because there's not a lot to do here.
Have you tattooed cops before?
No, there have been cops tattooed here, but I haven't tattooed any.
I tattoo cops back home. I've done like a couple.
They were here one night till like 1:30 in the morning, just like fucking hanging this, because there was nothing to do. They were just at the Chevron. They just came up and fucking from like 9:30 to 1:30.
Yeah,
the radio never even went off.
They probably walked past, looked inside, and were like, "Yo, this place looks sick." You know, let's go check out the art and like meet the people.
Yeah.
Have you ever tattooed celebrities before?
No.
No.
Nope.
Not one.
No. Is there in Canada with tattooing, I mean, obviously I don't want to imagine there's as big of a scene as there is like down here.
No.
That's
what I talk.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That's what I talk with some guys at the shop, you know? Sometimes I'm like, imagine if this shop was in like New York.
Yeah.
You know? Or Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just like, I feel like here people take like tattooers, like old tattooers, you know, they put them on a pedestal, but like the way it should be, you know, which in Canada, people we don't really have that, like a hierarchy, you know, like
I can see that.
And like you go to the States and like you'll do a convention and they'll look at like the artist there and they're like, oh my God, it's this guy, you know, and like in Montreal, it's like everyone's on the same level, I feel, you know, and then if you get a little more known, people can be haters.
Yeah, that comes with the territory.
Yeah. Which is like a funny thing. When Canada, let's say like in Montreal, like I would have like a Lambo and like I would like show off on the street and everything. Like here in America, people are like, yo, like check out this Lambo. Like this is the new model. It's so sick. You know, they take pictures with it. And in Quebec, they'll hate on you. They'll be like, who's this motherfucker like driving down the street with potholes?
Yeah.
Like Lambos aren't made for wintertime. what the fuck is he
I
doing
mean,
here?
I hate on like just the practicality of it because I'm just a practical person. So like when I see people with Lambos, like if I saw somebody with a Lambo here, I'd be hating so hard because I'd be like, it's a stupid purchase. I'm like, you're never gonna get it out of fucking second gear in Sonoya. Where the fuck are you driving a Lambo? Like that, those things are made for speed.
Yeah.
But also, no one buys a Lambo because it's fast either.
Mm-hmm.
They buy it because they can afford a fucking Lambo.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, I get it.
Exactly.
At the same time, like, yeah, it's a flex.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a
more
flex.
than it is. But like, it would just be annoying to me to drive like a car, regardless of status of the car.
Yeah.
But a car that can go that fast and not be able to drive it fast, it would drive me fucking nuts. I would be like, this is stupid.
Would you buy a car if you had like a Lambo, let's say, or like, would you buy a car like that if you had the money?
No.
You'd like just get like a nice
I'd get like a
whip,
Chevelle SS, like a late 60s, early 70s Chevelle SS or something.
I like that.
Yeah. I like those.
Yeah. Bring back the good old days.
Yeah, that kind of car. Yeah. I'm not into
all the newer stuff and all the powerful cars and
no, I'm not into those flashy Lambos and Ferrari and it was never my thing.
Blasting some Drake, like
ugh, dude, fucking kill me, dude. Gross. Ugh. And it's like, what makes it so bad is like I can't even be like Drake fucking sucks because like objectively, like I can say that I don't like his music, but I can't say that he sucks because too many people like it.
Dude, like I saw him live and like he's like one of the best performers.
I mean, if you say so. I mean,
yeah, like
I'd rather go to a hardcore show and watch Terror.
Yeah. It's just better.
I mean, I'd
Nothing
rather go
like
see Terror.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, Terror's playing down the street, or you can go to Atlanta and pay $9,000 in parking and watch Drake. I'd be like, I'm going to the Terror show.
Yeah. I'd rather go and like see a show in like a bunker in Germany where people smoke cigarettes inside.
Seriously, dude. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Stage dive.
Absolutely.
That's a real ass show.
There we go. That's what I want right there.
That still exists,
Yeah. It's great.
We played with Sudden Waves like a couple of years ago. We did the Zero Run with Doggy Dog.
Okay.
So they're like old school legends from New Jersey, New York area.
Okay.
And we played a show in Germany and people were smoking darts right in front of our faces. 2024, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it was in this like underground bunker and like
sick.
And there was like 500 people there.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. It's crazy times.
Yeah. That's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would much rather go do that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so much more fun to me.
Smell like an ashtray.
Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm kind of a scumbag that way. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. I like that stuff, dude. That's way more appealing to me than a Drake show.
Yeah.
Like I could give a fuck about seeing Drake. I don't care.
You ever go to like a show when you're like, they're like, yeah, this is your seat. And you just kind of like sit there and stand and like, there's just.
At a
like,
show?
Yeah. Like at like a stadium show, like if you don't get like floor tickets, it sucks because you're in like a hockey seat, like a basketball seat.
Yeah.
So that thing is like so small and you got to stay there and like the whole show, like the first song comes on, people stand up. You're like, fuck. Yep. You got to stand up for the whole show and like
everybody's going to stand
pushed around and stuff. Like
everybody's going to stand in. Yeah.
The last show I saw was at the stadium was Disturbed, I think.
Disturbed? Fuck, dude, that band rules.
Disturbed
I don't
with
care
my
what
dad.
anybody says. That band goes hard. I love Disturbed.
I went there with my dad because my dad wanted to go.
Really?
It's like, would you like to go and see Disturbed? I said, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Went there and dude, they played all the hits.
Yes.
And man, like they're still so good. Like they move around. Mm-hmm. They do crowd interaction.
Good.
They have like one-on-one with the crowd and like it's just very fun to watch.
Fuck yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to see Disturbed. Might be a show where they stay in their spot and they headbang, but that's it.
Yeah.
But man, they run around and there's fire and the singer he's in like this like electric chair with like how do you call that?
Also the straight jacket?
The straight jacket.
Oh, he brought the straight jacket back.
Yeah.
He used to do this. Yeah.
They put like this helmet on him and it does like little flashes and like little electricity comes out of it and stuff. And then they start like I don't know, some heavy song and it's just like.
What a rad show, dude.
Yeah, it was, man. Like
fuck yeah.
Way better than a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So,
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What's your best tour story?
My best tour story?
Your best tour story. Yeah.
Oh man,
on tour? Do you have one?
I remember one time we were in Ohio. No, we were in Illinois. We played Chicago with Obey the Brave.
Mm-hmm.
So we play, like, me and Alex used to smoke like weed on that tour a little bit, but so we made like a sign like weed for merch. Remember these signs?
I do remember these at shows. Yes, I remember.
So I
this.
have this guy coming up, like he's a little high, I'm like, this guy for sure has weed, He's like, yeah, like I could give you 7 grams of weed, like I'll trade you for like this pair of shorts and a hoodie or whatever. And I was like, all right, bro, I got you. So I get the weed, I put it in my backpack. So the next day we drive, I think we're driving from Chicago to Ohio. And I'm sitting in the back seat and Alex beside me, Alex Arian, he's beside me and he's like, yo, put your seatbelt on. We're getting pulled over. So I'm like, oh shit. So I was listening to music. So I take my earphones off. I put on my seatbelt. And then we have the sheriff coming up to us, So we roll the window down. He's like, yeah, we saw that there was like some people in your van that didn't wear the seatbelt. Which we were like, there's no way he saw that, Yeah. We got like a little bit of tinted windows and stuff.
Yeah.
Takes our IDs, goes back to the car. I look at Alex and I'm like, should I put the weed in my crotch? And then he's like, yep. So I take the weed from my backpack. I put it in my crotch. And then the sheriff comes back, gives the ID. And he's like, we got the canine unit with us. We're just going to do like a little search. So we're going to have you step outside the vehicle, And I was like, man, like I can't, like,
Yeah.
So we go out. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. So we go behind. So there's like the van, the trailer, there's like 2 sheriff's cars, and then there's a canine unit car. So we go all the way in the back in the ditch. So we got like 2 sheriffs talking to us, and they're like, yeah, you guys are a metal band, and like all I'm thinking is like, holy shit, I have all this fucking weed on me now in my crotch, So they take out the dog. We see the dog like going like fucking crazy, like, and like the whole time I'm like talking to myself, my heart's going like 100 miles an hour. And I'm like just looking like in the grass, where can I fucking ditch like this little packet, like there's like the little like grass like thing, can I just like throw it, like leave, like open my shorts kind of and just like have it fall down my leg and like step on it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking all these crazy ideas in like 5 minutes, So the sheriff comes back and he looks at us and he's like, do you guys have any drugs or any marijuana on you? And we're all like, nope. And the funny thing is like, no one except me and Alex knew that we had weed. Like the rest of the band didn't smoke. So they're like, no. But we hung out with like bands on the store that were smoking. And yesterday, like someone was smoking close to our van. So that's probably what you smelled, like, so like they talked to each other, like cops that were with us and like him. And then they're like, all right, we're going to let you guys go, but we're going to give you guys a fine for the seatbelt. So we go back in the van, like we go back on the highway and everyone's like, man, these cops were they were very intense about that weed. Yeah. And I'm just like, boys, take out the weed from my crotch. And I'm like, oh my God, we just fucking got through this. Took the first exit, threw out that weed, didn't even smoke it, bro. It was like pack fresh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just out here just running and gunning.
Live and learn. Now I toned it down. I'm not doing that ever again.
All right, brother. Well, we're going to wrap up here. Dude, thanks so much for doing this. Where can everybody find you at?
Miguel Lepage on Instagram.
Okay.
Check out Scorching Tomb.
Oh, yeah.
Check out Sudden Waves. That's it.
All right. Miguel, Scorching Tomb, Sudden Waves. I'll put all the links in the description for you guys. I'll put the Instagram and all the social media and the Spotify and everything down there so you guys can go check all that out. But yeah, dude, thank you again. I appreciate it, brother.
Merci.
Right. Hell yeah. See you guys on the next one.
Peace.
All right.